Live, Korean people and culture. I'm your host David Kim here. It is May 17th and it is 1:13 p.m. in Seoul, South Korea. How have you been, guys, for another week? It's slowly going into summer. It's very hot over here already, so you can see me in short sleeves. I wonder how the weather and your life in general is at your own place. So let me know if you're in the chat, if you're watching, and we will begin today's live stream. We don't have a lot of news this week. We have some big ones, but other than like these three big pieces about BTS, Samsung, and China, yeah, other than that, we don't have that much. So it's going to be a chill live stream in the latter half, so be prepared for that. I know you guys miss those kind of sessions too. So, yeah, today I did not prepare that much for you guys. But, yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, right? Hello, everybody. Uh, Hello, Ryan, Hilda, Waldo, New Jersey, in the 60s. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. South Texas, Lund. Hey everybody, glad you're tuning in. So far, let's see how many people are watching. We only have 50 yet. Yeah, so we'll wait until that gets closer to 100 and we shall start the show. Yes. Harleen, hello. Zinnia, hello. All right. And Basic Snail Theme says, help, help. I thought you were in some trouble, but it was autocorrect. Okay. Great day out with the UK Army yesterday in London before four of us go off to Korea. Welcome, welcome. Okay, did you sanitize your place, David? Yes, I opened up all the windows. I sanitized it. I used alcohol, tissues, and everything. Yeah. To give you context, right before this, I was on DKDKTV doing the DK News live stream, and Danny was coughing like hell, and he kept joking about like having the Hanta virus and everything. So let's all pray that this current Hanta virus does not spread out to be an epidemic, just like the COVID-19. Everyone stay healthy. Good morning from Canada. Hello, Mary. From Florida. All right. From Finland. Wow. Stanford concert is just ending. All right. Best timing then.
I know when that
I know
hotline
when
bling.
that hotline bling. Okay. Yeah. Drake. Yes, we talked a little bit about Drake and his mention with BTS in his new Iceman album that came out. Hope you don't get sick. Yes. Likewise for everyone out there. Yes. Yeah, but it's getting pretty hot. So we have a saying in Korea that says 여름 감기는 개도 안 걸린다. That means a summer cold, a dog doesn't even catch a summer cold. So if you catch a summer cold like Danny, that means you're lesser than a dog. Yeah. All right. What are your thoughts on this virus? Well, I cannot have any thoughts because I'm not educated on it. uh, as much. But according to the WHO, which has lost a lot of its credibility for the past few years, they say it's under control and it's okay and it's not going to spread like the pandemic. Um, yeah, they say it's not highly contagious between human beings. Um, yeah, and they're quarantining the ship, the ferry ship, and apparently it's at a certain island right now. The biggest problem is to track down the people who got off from the ferry in Los Angeles and some other places. So, and according to some articles I read, the hantavirus has, what do you call it, a dormant phase inside you, which is like 2 weeks. So, even if it were to actually spread or, show some symptoms among people, we would have to take some time to identify it. But yeah, fingers crossed that nothing serious happens because, as I said, we got a lot ahead in 2026. We got the BTS World Tour unfolding. We got the World Cup coming up. We got everything. So, yeah, hopefully nothing happens. We don't need another virus. Everyone stay healthy. Exactly. Yeah. Just, I mean, I'm not saying you should be paranoid or anything, but if you are on the careful side, it's your own choice. You might as well wear a mask or take precautions when you're going to highly public spaces like the subway, or, just wash your hands more frequently after touching doorknobs, or, you know, going to the theater or the arcade. So, yeah. The people on the ship have now been sent to their home countries. That's great. That's a good advance. That means that the situation isn't that bad. Yeah, and I've read some articles that the hantavirus was actually first identified in Korea, actually, by this professor. It's a virus that gets contaminated through rodents, like mice. But yeah, back then in the old days, yeah, we didn't have like vaccines or anything for it. We still don't have the vaccine for this variant or the Western version of the hantavirus right now, but apparently the one that was identified in Korea is we have a vaccine for that. But yeah, I don't want to be fear mongering or anything. As I said, the WHO officially said that you don't have to be worried that much. So, yeah, let's not talk about that too much. Wow, Aaron, thank you so much for the 360 joules. Oh, that's a nice effect over there with the cute chick with the flowers. And oh, that's Korean $50 bills. Wow, they customized the bills over there. Thank you so much, Aaron, for that. Nobody really wants this World Cup to go on with everything happening in the US. Well, that was a big opinion. But now I want to actually see it go on, move on because of this. Let's move on to the first news. Obviously, BTS set to take over the World Cup halftime show. This is a huge, huge achievement, I would say. So, alongside BTS, there will be Shakira, Madonna, and then BTS. They're co-headliners for the World Cup final halftime show. This is huge, and it has a good meaning behind it with the Education Fund initiative aimed at expanding access to quality education and football for children all around the world. Yeah, so BTS really keeps on making history, and I'm super, super proud of them. And Chris Martin from Coldplay did this little skit with the Global Citizen entity with Elmo and Sesame Street, Cookie Monster, and he mentioned the stars that are going to be on the halftime show, including BTS. And this is Elmo literally just, FaceTiming BTS real time. Yeah, that looks like the outfits that they were wearing in Mexico. So that was probably during their visit to the presidential palace. Yeah, what kind of uh time and era we're living in, right? BTS being, invited to the presidential palace in Mexico by the president, being global ambassadors, and then real time FaceTiming Coldplay and being invited as the World Cup halftime show headliner. This is crazy. Yes. Super, super big congrats. I am super happy as an army. And their world tour is going on. I'm just concerned about like their tight schedule. So speaking of health again, I hope they just manage their health and stamina well. They'll have to take that little pit stop in New York, New Jersey. That's where the final is going to be held. We don't know who's going to advance into the finals. It would be amazing if somehow miraculously the universe's energy just gathers and Korea advances up to the finals. But yeah, that's a very unlikely scenario. So yeah. But I love the lineup, the Shakira, BTS, Madonna, all icons of this era and all speak of positivity, have very upbeat, nice songs. Coldplay, Chris Martin, really nice gesture as well too. Very good image. So yeah. And I heard that the Stanford concert just ended and they got N.O. and Ampang Man. Really? Wow. And Hilda, thank you so much for the 90 jewels and the chicken. Ooh. Thank you so much. Yeah. Halftime Super Bowl is left next. Well, as much as they want the Super Bowl, I don't think they need to anymore. Yeah, Hilda, thank you so much for the 10 more jewels. That's such a cute effect over there. The cute hearts. So if you don't know, other than the super chats, you can now send gifts via the chat function. And how it works is like you prepay a loaded amount of money, let's say like $50. You charge it onto your account on YouTube, and you can split it in different, like Hilda's doing with the hearts over here. And you can send it to different YouTubers, so you don't have to like swipe your card or go through payments every single time. I think that's a very good and neat function. So yeah, you can utilize it and show me a lot of hearts and support if you want. Thank you so much. If South Korea makes it out of the group stage, that's already considered success. Exactly. Yeah, South Korea's roster is not looking good. Yeah, I mean, the team would be, I think, individually the strongest in history with all these star players. I really don't understand how their performance just keeps on lagging, but it's probably because of the management. We have a lot of controversy with our coach of the national team. But if you just look at the individuals that are playing in the South Korean team lineup, they're pretty nice. Oh, thank you for the tiger. Yay. Okay. This is kind of becoming like TikTok live, like sending roses and stuff. I wonder if they'll make those like battling functions like TikTok has where you can you know, telephone another person, another YouTuber, and then you compete over like getting these gifts. Yay! I got a donut from Hilda as well too. Thank you so much. And Zania, of course, the good old best super chats. Thank you so much for the super chat. Health first, exactly. Health is first for everybody, guys. Stay healthy
Health
out
first.
there. What I realized after turning 35 is that money, no nothing, like money, dating, relationships, whatever, except for family, I would say top priority of everything in life. Nothing trumps health. Without health, everything is miserable, everything is useless. You can't enjoy anything. Even if you have the shit ton of money, all the money in the world, without health, you can't enjoy it. So, like, there was this viral clip of someone going on, I think it was on the lines of between, like, if you could change your life with Warren Buffett right now or Bill Gates right now, would you change your life? And most of the interviewees that were interviewed immediately said no. So what does that mean? That means your life that you might think you're living in a shithole, depressed and struggling, frustrated, whatever, is worth more than Bill Gates or Warren Buffett's assets or money. Like, given the fact that they're very old now and they don't have that much time left. So, time, your life, and your lifespan, and the time, and your health is more important than that. I mean, there is a little bit of a fallacy there, a logical fallacy, but you get the point of it, right? Lesson learned. Yeah. So thank you so much. And yeah, I got a lot of comments from our viewers from last week and DMs. Actually, I'm getting one right now. That's why I'm mentioning it, saying that they saw me on K Everything. So go check out K Everything. I plan to do a watch party of it on Patreon. So join Patreon if you want to watch it with me. I'm on the first episode with Daniel Day Kim. I don't know if you've watched it already, but a lot of people messaged me saying that I did well. So thank you so much. I haven't checked it out personally because I don't have HBO Max or I don't know, all of these different platforms, US centric. But I will find a way to stream it and put it up on Patreon. So look forward to that. Okay? Yeah. But yes, again, going back to BTS World Cup, that is amazing. But on top of that, BTS is really doing God's work over here because they are tying diplomatic connections together even stronger between our country and Mexico as the two countries are talking revival of the FTA, the Free Trade Agreement. because BTS became the catalyst and the trigger. So President Lee Jae-myung has accepted an invitation to visit Mexico from President Claudia Sheinbaum Pardo as the two leaders agreed to deepen economic ties and build on cultural momentum following BTS's Mexico City concert. Yay, Lynn, thank you so much for the 360 joules. That's a beautiful effect over there. But yeah, so ever since BTS went to Mexico City and like they lined up hordes and herds of people, um, yeah, that became a huge moment in K-pop, BTS, and Korean history, and it's actually making fruition in diplomatic ties and results between the two countries. So they're not just cultural ambassadors anymore, they're actual functional cultural diplomats. So this is crazy. So our president is actually going to fly to Mexico, I think. Yes. Yeah. His trip would mark the first visit, to Mexico by a South Korean president since former President Park Geun-hye's official visit in April 2016. Okay, so it's the first since 2016, so it's in a decade. Well, that's pretty long time too. Yeah, and it's from two different administrations of different political spectrums. So yeah, uh, yeah. So after Lee agreed to visit Mexico, the two leaders agreed to proceed well with working level preparations and hold more in-depth discussions on ways to advance bilateral relations. Okay, that's great. That is great. BTS just bridging the whole world together, world peace. As you can see in today's title, we really need peace because I'm going to talk about some situations that are going on in the peninsula and outside of the peninsula geopolitically. Same old shit, but we've got actual evidence and we've actually got some clues uh, on why I've been saying this for the whole entirety of my live streams before. Yeah, it wasn't just fear mongering World War III scenarios going in my head. I told ya. I'm waiting for that told ya moment, which I really want to prevent, but it actually feels like the stars are aligning in a very ominous way. So I don't like what I'm seeing. But yeah, in the meantime, let's just go through the World Cup finals halftime show first, and let's pray that BTS, Shakira, and Madonna just brings world peace among the world and just cure these tensions that are going around all over the world. I don't know. Like, it's so bizarre to think that war has been so normalized, thanks to some people, some few people around the world, that make the decisions and the calls that the people don't stand by. I don't know how democracy has fallen to this, but there's one up there in the north and a little bit to the northwestern side from my standpoint up there, in Europe. There's over there, and yeah, there's one across the sea. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I'll save that for the latter part because like people are bored about that. But in the meantime, I saw Hilda giving me a donut, and that reminded me I have donuts. Hey, I'm not sponsored, by the way. Krispy Kreme, if you like sponsoring, please go ahead. 6 donuts, yay! I got Krispy Kreme over here, and I got 1+1. Krispy Kreme is the king of doing 1+1 deals. Yay, Krispy Kreme donuts. All right. I didn't get them myself. I'm trying to lose some weight, but my mom is visiting me, and then she just got this from Seoul Station, and she was like, it was a 1+1 deal, you know. So we got the classics over here. Hey, we got the classic donuts. She ate, I think, like two. I ate one yesterday night or something. Wait, one's missing then. And then we got the diversity pack. Yay! Looks good. Thank you so much, BTS 7 Plus, for the $4 in appreciation for speaking for peace. Yeah, we all need peace, really. We all need peace. Exactly. This peace has never been so necessary in a historical time like now. Yeah, Krispy Kreme are the best. Enjoy. I will munch on some sweets before we get into the deeper news that, yeah, might make you guys frown and horrified. But oh, we have some funny news over here. I did cover this on DK News, but I wanted to show you a little bit more footage of this. So, yeah, maybe this is dystopian as well too, but at least it looks funny. So GD and his company Galaxy Corporation, they made this AI robot themed park in Korea, and yeah, you can go there and you can see it's like an amusement park over here, and you can see robots dancing in high fashion. They dance to GD's power, and they do like whoa back dumplings and all that. I don't know if that's a back or yeah front, but yeah, they dancing to all that kind of stuff. It's pretty flashy. Right? So if you're interested in robots, you can go check it out. If you are a GD fan, you can go check it out. They plan to export this to like China and the Dubai and simultaneously sync like the robot choreos and stuff. So this is going on over here in K-pop. And also they got like robot fighting rings. So I like this caption. So robots still have a long way to go before catching up to humans, huh? So yeah, in the near future we won't be seeing robot sports. Like yeah, we got a lot to go. They got some flashy moves, you know, like dancing, and they can jab and do that. But look at his gloves just like going flying away. And then he's just like backing. What? What the heck is happening over there? What? Boxing just turned into wrestling, and he's just kicking in the air. And I don't know what I'm seeing, but it looks kind of funny. Yeah. So we still have some time, guys. You know, it's gonna come. The singularity is going to come. But until then, I think we bought ourselves some time, you know? Yeah, this doesn't really alarm me that much. It's actually pretty reassuring to see what the he just KO'd himself. Okay. So yeah, if you want to visit the Galaxy Corp Robo Park, yeah, look it up in Korea and you can go test it out. Not the red robot just laying down on the ring, right? All right, all right. Kimino-nim, hi. Oh, Korean in the chat. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. Funny your mom is buying you don't donuts when she was the one telling you to go on a diet. That's Korean moms and grandmas for you. They always nag you for saying like, "Why are you so fat? You're never gonna get yourself a wife." Like, "Oh my gosh, you know, that no wonder girls are not attracted to you. Like, lose some weight. You should go to the gym right now. How many kilos did you gain?" And then they're like, "Here's some donuts. Oh, I got a 1+1 for you." Yeah. That's how Asian families are like. We do not mean everything. Actually, we do. We are very blunt and direct with our communication. We're very efficient. We do not beat around the bush. We don't care about each other's feelings, especially in a close relationship. Of course, if you go to corporate or strangers, we do. But we're very direct about it. But in the inside, we're human beings too, and we feel sympathy and we feel emotions. So we try to make up for it with our actions. So it's like, you know, like, oh, why are you so fat? And then give you donuts. Yeah. Yeah. That's Asian moms in general, exactly. Sounds a little toxic. It's a different culture. It's a different culture. If you get used to it, you get used to it. Food is the Asian love language, exactly. Yes. What's up, David? Stanford BTS just ended tonight. We're going Tuesday night. Should be a blast. Cheers from Stanford, California. I've never actually been to Stanford. I want to visit it. My good old subscriber Heather gifted me some Stanford hoodies and zip-ups back then. I wear them when I go to Han River and stuff. And yeah, I've always wanted to go to Stanford and check it out, but unfortunately I didn't have the chance to. But I looked at the pictures of the concert and it looked very, very fire right now. Mhm. Yes. KPC Amma has her way for loving you. Yeah, she's up here for a wedding. I don't know why, but she's attending so many weddings nowadays. Oh, probably because her friends have sons and daughters that are similar ages to me, so they're all getting married. And every time she comes up, she's like, I'm going to another wedding. But when is my own son going to have his wedding? Uh, I, I better be able to recoup and recollect all this congratulatory money I've been spraying all over the world, every single time. Yeah, this better be worth it, and she's like gaslighting me in the corner. Yeah. My son is a year younger than Jungkook. That's very young. I'm not pressuring him to get married. A bad marriage is worse than being single. Exactly. Jungkook is like 29, right? He's turning 30, I think, soon. But yeah, that's very young. And while we're at it, let me just help myself with a little Krispy Kreme donut. Oh, I don't want to get my fingers sticky, but yeah, it is what it is. Ooh. All right, everyone enjoy their Krispy Kreme donuts. Ooh. The glaze. Mmm. 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 So good. With all the weddings, I hope that means more children in South Korea. Well, we have definitely a bigger chance of getting more children, but weddings, as you know, it doesn't perfectly equate 1 to 1 to per wedding per to one children, so child. So yeah. Mmm. Mooney Boo is jealous for my donut. Oh. Mmm. So good. And I'm very happy right now because my mom finally brought my dog with her. So my dog's just chilling in the bedroom right now. Mmm. Mmm. I haven't had a donut in a minute. Mmm. Mmm. So good. Mmm. 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 Krispy Kreme donuts are the crack of donuts. Which donuts are your favorite? So I don't know a lot of brands for donuts. We got Krispy Kreme, obviously Dunkin', and then Tim Hortons. Oh, the maple donuts are really nice. And in Korea, we got our local brands like Randy's, Old Fairy Donuts. They're all very nice too. Mmm. Which donut do you like the most? Hot take, Krispy Kreme is better than Crumble. I've never had Crumble. What's Crumble? CLD, thank you so much for the wow. These are very localized. Ice Americano. Maple. Mmm. Mmm. Oh wow, that's so good. But I'm gonna restrict myself to one donut. Self-control. Krispy Kreme lemon filled are my favorite. Oh, I gotta try that one then. hmm If you're enjoying the stream, you can show your support and send me a donut, a box of donuts. There we go. Let's open the diversity pack over here. 6-pack. A different meaning. A totally different 6-pack. Ooh. I wonder which one's the lemon filled over here. I don't know if they're actually filled or not, but which one would you choose from this pack? I think this one with the white powder on it is probably filled with something like lemon or strawberry jam, probably. The other ones look like caramel glaze and like, little stuff on it. This is the classic one, Boston. But I'm gonna go with this one and bet my chances that there's like strawberry or something inside. Or maybe this one might have a fill inside too, but there's no way to find out, so I'm just gonna go for the safe bet. You usually get donuts from Tim's. We have Donut World. Okay. Tim Hortons Boston Cream. Mmm. Bakery 1946. Tim Hortons honey dipped rocks. Dunkin' Donuts is coming to Canada. What do you mean? Dunkin' Donuts didn't exist in Canada? What? No way. No way. The maple with the nuts on top. Oh, do you insist? Oh, yeah, that one looks good. They all look good. Anything with chocolate. Oof. Timbits. Okay. Well, actually, since you said the maple one with the what do you call them? The breadcrumbs on top, I'm gonna take that one. Yeah. Yes. I think I know what the jam filled taste will be, so I'm gonna go with this one. It's social eating. You guys choose what I eat. So this is gonna be my last donut. Ooh, look at this. So good, right? Those donuts look really good. Mmm. Oh, wow. Mmm. What the hell? Oh, this is peanut butter. What? It's peanut butter. Oh, wow. Mmm. This is so good. Mmm, mmm. Mmm. Oh my gosh. You guys need to get a box of donuts now. Oh, wow. Mmm. This is life. Mmm. Oh, it's good. It is good. Peanut butter. Wow. And the texture on top. Oh, it's good. Mmm. Oh, mamma mia. Mm. Vicariously living through you. Fresh Dunkin' Donuts are the best, but the days later are just intriguing. So for Dunkin' Donuts, unpopular opinion, but I actually like the Munchkins more than the donuts, like the little ones, the jam-filled ones, and the little, sugar balls. They sell it in like 10 packs or 20 or whatever. But the pro tip is if you go to a Dunkin' Donuts and check their operating time, let's say it's like it closes at 10 p.m. You go by like 9:39 ish, and they'll have a mega sale on those Munchkin 10 packs or whatever, and they'll probably sell it at like a 20%, 30% discounted price, and it's really good. Mm, 3,000 calories later. Mm. Need a glass of milk. I actually do. I cannot resist after you said that. Wait a second. Ta-da! It's your fault that you said that. I just had to get milk. Yeah, this is my last cup anyways. There's only a little bit left, but I just had to save this last piece with the milk for the milk. Mmm. 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 Peanut butter is good. Mooniboo, you are a very harsh person to ask that while I'm eating donuts. How's your weight loss going? What do you think? Mmm. I think that was probably the happiest moment of my entire week. I'm not even kidding. You must think I have a very miserable life if that was the happiest moment in my week. But yeah, I'm not even exaggerating. Wow, that was very satisfying. Oh my gosh. Mm. Considering I haven't had sugar since January, I'll just enjoy watching you. Yeah. Oh wow. You're making my blood sugar rise? Just visually? Did you get the Busan BTS tickets? Of course I did. Yeah. Second time was it was super easy. It wasn't even a challenge. Yeah. You do need a treat every now and then. So interestingly enough, speaking of like Dunkin' Donuts and unhealthy food, I love McDonald's and fast food, by the way. So I don't know what's your favorite fast food chain, but we got like McDonald's, Burger King, Mom's Touch, Popeyes, KFC, uh, everywhere in Korea. Yeah, and then we got like the a little bit more expensive ones, Shake Shack, Five Guys, no In and Out. But everyone started avoiding junk food after a whole narrative just flooded in saying that junk food is junk food and it's very unhealthy for you. Uh, and people didn't really consume it that much. However, nowadays there was another report that came out from Korean news saying that younger people and the working class, working workers, employees, they favor fast food, especially hamburgers. We're only talking about hamburgers here. Hamburgers over Korean meals now and Asian meals. There was a report that came out and they analyzed why. And it's because of the economy. So there are two main factors. One is first, I guess three main factors. Of course, the convenience is there. It's very fast. It's very convenient. It's accessible. You got like big, seating and yeah, nice facilities. Blah blah blah. If you haven't been to a Korean McDonald's, try it. It's very different from the ones that are probably in your hometown or whatever. No offense. It's just newly built. That's just how it is. But yeah, I like going to McDonald's because it's got a vibe. It's like a cafe. You can just chill there. You'll see like people web surfing on their notebooks, their laptops. I keep on saying this Konglish notebook, but laptops and yeah, like, a lot of people just like going to McDonald's because it's very fast, convenient, accessible, and it's very clean as well. But also because of the labor costs and also the ingredients. Um, Korean food, it actually takes pretty decent work to make, whatever it is. You got to cook the rice, you got to put out the soup, there's got to be side dishes, you got to prepare the kimchi, um, blah, blah, blah. Whatever dish it is, if it's like soup or if it's noodles, you got to cut the noodles, you got to prepare it, boil the noodles. Take some time to prepare, especially during like rush times, during lunch or dinner. So because of that, there are no other options but for the business owners to increase the prices of Korean food. So for instance, bibimbap or beef bone stew or sundubu or any kind of Korean food, kalguksu, they would all average in $10, like 10 USD. And that's very high for us for our eating out price. So workers can't afford it anymore. So they started going to fast food chains where you could get a set meal with the hamburger, the fries, and the diet coke just for like $7. $6 to $7. So you get more variety, it's more fast, and it's more tasty, and it's more cheap. So you can probably save like $4 to $5 just by going to McDonald's. And there's also been like this viral narrative that also goes on in the community, online community, saying that hamburgers aren't actually that bad. Like these fast food chains aren't actually serving that much of bad food. Of course, the preservatives and if there are GMOs, Korean McDonald's constantly promotes itself saying that we source our food from local farms, and they are not GMOs. They don't have any like massive amount of preservatives or anything. They're not shipped from the US by a on a freezer. So I don't know. Like there is like this big stereotype that junk food is very highly processed for sure, but they're very bad because they have like tons of chemicals in it. Blah 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 blah. However, just from a nutrition standpoint, not in like the chemical or toxin standpoint, just in a nutrition standpoint, a lot of nutritionists and health trainers, like fitness trainers, have come on the internet and said that if you think about it, hamburgers are actually more healthier than Korean food itself because Korean food is heavily based on carbs and it has a lot of sodium in like the soup, and there's a lot of spices that could mess up with your intestines and digestal uh, uh, organs. Um, of course, the kimchi and everything is very healthy, and it's a very balanced meal if you eat all the panchans together. But if you look in a hamburger, they have the right amount of golden ratio of carbs, veggies, meat, and you got the tomato, you got the patty, you got the lettuce, and then you got the buns. So, yeah, they've been saying that, and as long as you drink zero Coke. So the premise here is that it's not healthy if you eat a Big Mac set, a Big Mac meal with a Big Mac, fries, and just an original Coke. That is very bad for your health. But these people have been saying, actually, if you go to McDonald's or any fast food chain, order a hamburger. A hamburger is like okay, like just maybe request to reduce the sauce or something. The sauce might be a little bad for you, but just reduce the sauce amount. Change the fries into coleslaw. That's a very big boom in here in Korea. Nowadays, you can optionally change the fries into coleslaw, and then or salad, and then change the original Coke to zero Coke, and then you have an actually very well balanced, nutritious meal that's only $7, $6. So and it's filling too. So as long as you don't eat the fries too much, you can eat fries, but not too frequently. So yeah, that mentality, that mindset has been going viral, and a lot of people have been rushing to fast food chains because they can afford cheaper prices due to their supply chain, right? They got everything very organized and grown in masses, distributed in masses. They got like the whole Ford belt going on in the kitchen as well. They got the speed going on. So, yeah, in this economy, ironically, junk food has been rising as an alternative for workers in Korea, uh, for yeah, affordable meals to choose over our own local Korean meals. So yeah, change the fries to what? I didn't understand it. To coleslaw. Yeah, Max says coleslaw. So in Korea, everyone here nowadays that has been going through like the narrative I've been explaining, they go to McDonald's, they order a Shanghai chicken burger set, and you have the kiosk, right? They give you the option when you're choosing the fries to change it to a coleslaw. You never seen that before? Yeah, maybe you didn't pay attention, but yeah, they got these coleslaws, these ones. So yeah. It looks like this. I mean, it doesn't look very appetizing for sure, but you can exchange it from the fries. Yeah. So a lot of places have coleslaw in the US, but I'm surprised it's in Korea. There's not just fries. I see a lot of Korean eating fried chicken, fried fish, and even fried veggies. Everything's crispy or with some dough around it is fried. Yeah, we like fries. You couldn't pay me to eat at McDonald's every day. I actually like going to McDonald's. I think I go every like 3 to 4 days. Have you seen the documentary Super Size Me? Yes, I've seen it. That's a very old documentary. McDonald's is over $10 for a meal in the US? Really? That's way too high. That is too expensive. I notice in K-dramas they frequent Subway a lot. Yes, they do. Subway is very popular. It's also for the same reason. It's a value meal where you can get a lot of veggies too, and it's very balanced, and it comes out quick, and you can customize it. So nowadays they've launched this new, very disgusting looking meal. No offense to the person who planned this, but it's called the Oi Subway. Oh my gosh. I'll show you. Cucumber. Look at this. This is the most recent launch in the Korean Subway right now. I don't know if you have it, but it's the cucumber sandwich. I do not understand who the heck would want to eat this.
오늘이 무슨 날인지 이제 보세요. 오이 샌드위치 나오는 날인 거 모르면 아니에요. 아쉽게도 올 한 달만
Would you eat that?
있지만 다행히도 가성비 좋고 맛도 좋은 쓸한 오이 샌드 더 완벽해진 오이 진얼 시립.
So you can see it's like $3, $5, $4. You can put tuna inside, egg slices inside, but I would not eat that.
바로 서브웨이.
What the hell?
서브웨이. 잠깐. 에그 슬라이스랑 참치랑 추가하고 있는데.
Okay, whatever that is. Would you eat that? No. Happy that he's making bucks. Sounds very English. Yeah. You know that comedian? His name is Heo Kyung-hwan. Yep. McD's is good after a good night of drinking, to be honest. Yeah, I always go for a cheeseburger too. Or the quarter pounder cheese. Oof. Yeah. He's so funny, right? Yeah, but I would not eat that meal. I don't know what's going on with Subway. But Subway always uses these like celebrities. They even had Chaonu at one point. Like if you go to the kiosk of Subway, you always see these celebrities holding a sandwich in front of your face. Like this. So yeah, you'll see a Chaonu staring at you if you go to the Subway kiosk. So it's a fun experience. Why am I looking at Subway ads? But it's kind of entertaining, isn't it? I like exploring random stuff on the internet.
빵은 담백한 걸로?
Wow. Is that the image you have for Subway?
듬뿍 올리고
That looks like a premium picnic meal when you're in like France or something. You're in southern France and
다 됐습니다, 손님.
hey drama for sure.
널 만나면 기분이 좋아.
Okay. Why do my sandwiches not look like that when they come out? They definitely do not look like that.
기분이 좋아.
Okay.
Eat fresh, feel good.
All right. Is Subway actually popular in Korea? It's always in K-dramas. It's very popular. Yeah, a lot of people go to Subway. Sometimes there's a so long of a big line that I can't even yeah, get Subway. Chaonu, yes. None for me, thank you. You want to see the McDonald's Korean ads? You want to see how it's different with the states? McDonald's 광고. Let's see the most recent ad. So this is the new menu that just launched.
게살 크림 크로켓을 버거로 쉽지 않을 텐데. 바삭한 크로켓 속 게살 크림이 사르르 퍼질 때 나야 와사비. 맛있네. 와사비 게살 크림 크로켓 버거.
와사비 게살 크림 크로켓 버거. Wasabi shubi burger. I tried this and it's actually pretty good. The wasabi shubi burger, I tried that. The shubi means shrimp and beef. So you got the patty and you got shrimp, and then you got the tomato, lettuce, and then wasabi. And it's really good. I like the little sting it had. It was really nice. Your servers don't look like that. The burger looks fake. I know that whole controversy that was going on with the McDonald's CEO when he was eating his own burgers and stuff. Yeah, it really looks good. Yes. Isn't that the famous cook in Culinary Class Wars? Yes, season 2. He's the winner of the season. Yes. Yeah, we're really big into celebrity marketing, as you can see. Look at this ad. What's this?
봄처럼 달콤달콤 봄 햇살처럼 사르르 오 바닐라 쉐이크 너는 나의 봄
이번 봄 해피스낵에선 바닐라 쉐이크를 봄맞이 가격으로 해피스낵
봄봄봄봄봄 봄처럼
Okay. All right. So, I think that was Red Velvet Joy, right? I think it is Joy. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a model. But vanilla shakes. Okay, $2. Actually 1.8. And what's this?
맥도날드는 손님들이 정말 맛있는 버거를 드셨으면 해요.
Oh wow.
방금 만든 버거가 제일 맛있거든요.
I didn't know we'd end up watching McDonald's ads today. But like they actually make good ads. It looks pretty
방금 만든
appetizing
버거
and healthy.
나왔습니다. 맛있게 드세요.
당신을 위해 방금 만든 따뜻한 버거. 맥도날드에서 만나보세요.
Okay, that's actually a good ad. And you know what? Actually, I wanted to talk about this.
맛있게 드세요.
You know how they have like the numbers over here, the 5, the number stand, and you can choose an option to be served? Do you guys actually use that? Because the majority in Korea never uses it. I would say like only maybe 5% of people over here use that function. I always thought that was only for like disabled people that have like mobility issues. So the server has to, serve them. But I've seen more and more people use it nowadays. And I'm like, dude, you have like 2 legs and you're perfectly like this dude in this ad, he looks perfectly healthy and stronger than me, and he's getting it served. Like these servers are busy. All you have to do is just carry it from the table to your own table. So I just feel as an Asian maybe it's a little bit too burdensome for a fast food restaurant worker to serve my plate to me, cuz like I'm at a fast food restaurant. I'm not here to get like service or anything. And I obviously don't tip them. So yeah, like I think they made this function quite recently. And I've never even thought of using it, but I've seen more and more people use it nowadays. Bad for the workers, I guess. I think it depends on the person. They will always serve it to you, but many don't actually use the numbers. Not where I live. I don't. I only use drive-through. Well, I love the drive-throughs too, but the issue in Korea is that we're a very land-scarce country, so drive-throughs are almost impossible to actually implement because of the real estate prices of the land in Seoul. So there are only like a handful of drive-throughs for only McDonald's and Starbucks. Anything else I haven't seen before. It's only these global companies that have a lot of capital that are investing in the property itself that can afford that rent and the land price that have those drive-throughs. And they are in the outskirts as well of Seoul. They're not in like massively populated areas. So we can't afford to have drive-throughs over there. Yeah, it's very rare. Never thought to use it, right? We used to have table service, but now you have a number. Yeah, so this was very interesting. Oh, what the heck is that? McDonald's is really going on crack with these ads. What? Why are they using all these? What is this?
오늘의 베토디 레시피는 바질의 신선함 그대로. 베토디의 프레시함 살리는 진한 바질 크림
Their
치즈.
ads are always so like good looking.
바질 크림의 풍미를 먹으러. 베토디 바질 크림 치즈.
Always using these celebrities. Basil. Even Woods? What? Wow, they're going all in on these star marketing, aren't they? Wow.
주문하신 더블 빅맥 나왔습니다.
오직 하나뿐인 맛을.
And I feel like they're pushing that service in the ads for sure. Wow, these are all less than 6 months old advertisements. Yeah, these are all very recent ones. They even got Faker? No way. How the hell did they get Faker?
행운버거에 따뜻한 이야기가 있어요. 태어나자마자
What?
300 만날 수 있어. 쌍둥이들 건강해 보이는데.
Okay.
세상 가장 맛있.
I don't know what's happening over here. Yeah, but that's interesting. Okay, only Macca's could afford the big stars. Yeah, speaking of Faker, did you see that new Google Play ad? That is some crazy stuff. The Faker and Karina ad. Karina check. But yeah, that new Google Play ad, you gotta see that. It's this one. Google Play. Where is it? Yeah, we're exploring the world of ads over here. It's 7 minutes? Oh my gosh, let's skim through. What the heck? Why is it 7 minutes? Okay, there's episode 1. Let's just check out episode 1. Oh.
그렇게 그녀는 우연처럼
오.
저에게 다가왔습니다.
오.
아싸 레벨업.
오. Next.
게임을 좋아하는 것
level.
같습니다.
What the heck is going on?
누구세요?
It's a Love Actually Faker version?
싫은데.
게임을 모바일로만 플레이하던 지민 씨를 위해
야, 너 이거 하지 마.
구글 플레이 게임즈로 PC에서 더 넓고 자유롭게
너 자꾸 말 끊지.
여기에 구글 플레이 포인트로 쌓이는 혜택까지 더해지니까
와우.
모바일을 넘어 PC의 플레이도 더 특별하게.
나 좋아하니?
플레이 온 플레이. 구글 플레이.
야, 너 자꾸 말 끊.
Okay, this is actually pretty funny. Oh, I have to binge view these. Oh, they got like up to episode 5? What? Oh, I guess this is like the compilation then. Who is he? Oh my gosh, he's the Korean goat. He's up there in the among the gods of BTS, Bong Joon-ho and Faker and Son Heung-min. He's one of the goats of Korean modern culture. So he's the best gamer in the world in League of Legends. And if you ask any guy around you, I would bet they would know who Faker is. Yeah, if they've played or been in the online game community, they know who Faker is. He's the god, and his signature pose is this. Like he's like just shutting you down when he plays the games. That's his like ceremony. So that's the catch there. Wonder how all the Espa fans. Karina's so pretty though. Well, these are funny. I don't even know what's going on over here. What? Okay, I'm actually hooked. You know what? Let me watch this.
구글 플레이.
야, 너 자꾸 말 그...
그렇게 우리는 우연처럼 또 만났습니다. 오랜만에 본 그녀는 역시 게임을 좋아하는 것
Still
같습니다.
loves games.
이젠 더 이상 페이커가 아닌
오!
인간 이상혁으로서
오!
확신이 생겼달까요? 좋아합니다.
오!
게임이요.
아가씨, 빨리 안 타고 뭐?
저 한다면 하는 남자 이상혁. 그녀에게 주체할 수 없는 제 진심을 전해보려 합니다.
신난다. 더 많은 혜택을 누리고 싶은 지민 씨를 위해
재밌겠다. 달달하죠.
What?
구글 플레이 포인트 우대 등급을 위한 VIP 혜택도 더 특별하게.
This is so weird.
플레이 온 플레이 같이 할래? 구글 플레이.
나 좋아하니?
Are you hitting on me? It's this weird concept that's going on that seems like Faker's liking her, but every time she tries to confront him with him, he says like, shh, he's playing a game. So we don't know if he's actually liking her because of her beauty or the fact that she loves games. But this is funny. Can you explain the commercial? Yeah, that's basically what I got from it. It's very random. What is going on over
어느
here?
순간부터 그녀의 모든 길은 결국 저를 통합니다. 혹시 이건 운명?
내리실 문은 오른쪽입니다.
내려.
Oh!
제가 책임져야 할 때입니다.
Time for
이
me to
상황이
take responsibility.
끝나도록.
K-drama! He's very fast in the games. His response speed is like light speed. Oh, what? What the? This is so extra. What?
잡았죠? 포인트를 놓치고 플레이하던 지민 씨를 위해
즐김하세요.
괜찮아?
Okay, I love this. I love this. Okay. He didn't catch her, he caught the phone. Okay, that was funny.
플레이 온 플레이.
Oh, now she's chasing him.
안 잡히죠? 플레이 온
You
플레이.
can't catch me. 안 잡히죠? That's like a very internet slang kind of tone, saying like, "Oh, you can't catch me, can you?" Okay, this goes on forever. I think that's. Oh, well, this one was funny. I saw this one. Let's just watch this one for the last one. Okay. Episode 4. I skipped over episode 3, so you could watch that on yourself. She's so pretty though. Oh my gosh. Wow. They got the two goats. Google Play. Google has some money. Oh, this is some proper K-drama stuff now.
게임 좋아하는 거 여전하네.
That's the Karina you have a crush on yet.
지민아. 왜 여기 있어?
Oh, this is kind of tickly, you know? It's heart fluttering.
앉아.
Oh, okay.
이게 얼마만이야?
She's Karina
진짜 오랜만이야.
from Espa.
잘 지냈어 선배?
뭐. 지민아, 너 혹시 그거 알아? 이 카페에서 내가 널 처음 만난 거.
Oh,
아마
romantic.
지민이 너를 처음 본 순간부터였을까?
Okay, this is like a proper drama now. He's an actor. Oh no, she's playing games.
나의 일상이
This is not
다음은
going well.
새롭게 느껴진대.
What kind of game is she playing? What the heck is that?
선배 게임 좋아하시나 봐요.
Yeah, he's the guy from Squid Game, yes.
어느새 우린 더 가까워질 수 있었고 너의 장난스러운 웃음을 볼 수 있어서 좋았고
Okay, this is going on. Wow, it's developing.
너로 인해 어느새 나도 게임을 좋아하고 있더라. 그래서 말인데
Wow.
지민아
He's confessing.
우리
Whoa. Become boyfriend and girlfriend?
우리
Let's go out.
뭐지? 근데 저 사람 페이커 아니야? 페이커야?
What the
맞네. 아니 맞잖아 지민아 페이커잖아. 페이커야.
하이하이 오랜만.
어? 왜 오겠지? 페이커야. 페이커야.
야 그게 뭐가 중요해?
안녕하세요. 페이커예요. 페이커.
게이고?
정력. 당신입니까?
야 저기야 지민아 페이커야. 페이커인데.
우리 뭐
팬 같은 게 있니?
우리 뭐
조용히 해봐. 아니 페이커라고 지민아 페이커라고.
야, 딱 말해. 나야 페이커야.
플레이의 진심인 모두를 위해 당신이 어떤 게임을 즐기든 어떤 방식으로 게임을 즐기든
Oh my gosh.
당신의 플레이는 계속되어야 하기.
This is some crazy shit.
재밌겠다. 모바일에서도
아싸, 레벨업.
PC에서도 구글 플레이 포인트부터 우대 등급을 위한 혜택까지 더 특별하게 달달하죠. 구글 플레이의 진심은 계속되니까.
What?
나랑 게임 할래?
Yeah, I want to play games.
아니면 나랑 게임할래?
Oh my gosh. What? This is like a very hard question whether I'd play games with Karina or Faker. Oh my gosh. Oh.
플레이 온
플레이? 구글 플레이.
전 카리나요.
Oh, Google Play chose Karina. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, these ads are so good. Who's the name of the actor? His name is No Jae-won. No Jae-won. He has a very wide spectrum of acting. He plays like psychopaths to like romance, everything. These ads are hilarious. Is Faker big enough to Karina's fans so they can probably ship them, or will they be angry? I mean, Faker is his own. He has his own tier of being God itself. Like he's in the level of BTS. So I wouldn't. I would say Karina's tier is like one grade down, if you have to say. So that's like a nice matchup. So we have the God tier of Korea. Let me explain the God tiers, okay? So first God tier is obviously what? So this is our first God tier, obviously. BTS. Nobody can beat BTS, right? First God of Korea over here. And then we got our second God, which is in a lot of trouble right now. This is our second God. Is this guy over here. You might not know who he is, but he's the chairman of Samsung. And there's actually an inside joke that goes on. Would you like to have dinner with Karina? Would you go on a date with Karina? Or would you follow Mr. Lee, the chairman of Samsung, that says that he has good news? So that's like a running meme on the online community, and everyone chooses like this guy. So yeah, like I think Karina was even asked about this. Yeah, she was even asked about this, and she said like she would choose Lee Jae-young as well too. Yeah, she was asked about this exactly. Yeah, so this is a big question. I think the Google Play ad was from this reference. They wanted a matchup against Karina, but they couldn't get Mr. Lee, so they got Faker instead, I think. And then there's another god tier over here, which is obviously Faker. You know, he's the king of games. Like he's huge all over the world, so you might not know him because like he's a gamer, but yeah, he's definitely like a god. He got like, the Medal of Honor from the president as well. That's crazy if you think he's a gamer, right? And then we obviously have our soccer god, which is Sonny. You know him, right? He's our soccer god. He got the golden boot and won a trophy at Tottenham Hotspurs, and now he's at LA. So we got this dude, and then we got our film god, which is Bong Joon-ho. You know this dude, right? He got all these Oscars from Parasite. Yeah. And I think we could also put in Blackpink because, obviously, yeah, they're the biggest girl group in the world. Blackpink is very big as well too. So, when we type stuff like Kukbong, this is the Kukbong map over here. This is the old version of the Kukbong map, but we got our like favorite people. Yeah, you can see in this picture. We got BTS, Blackpink, Bong Joon-ho, the Squid Game girl, and everyone. So yeah, you'll see like the Kukbong Avengers, Gangnam Style on top, Baby Shark, and yeah. So, anyways, that ad was crazy. I don't know. Love died before it started. Yeah, so people are debating on the internet right now if you had the choice to game with Karina or Faker, who would you choose? And that's honestly a
게임할래?
very, very hard question. Oh my gosh, I don't know who I would choose because like if assuming it's a once in a lifetime experience, you get only one shot. You get to game with Faker or either or Karina. But like Karina, it's not like you're getting married to her or anything. So it's not long living and then you won't really enjoy the game as much because if you were to would be with Karina, you'd rather just go on a date and like just, talk to her and stuff and enjoy the food together. But if it's a game, you want to be with the best, right? You want to be a deal with Faker and just conquer everybody and, dominate the whole game, get pentakills and all that. So, yeah, this is a very big debate. I don't know. I don't know, guys. As much as I love Karina, like this is so hard. Um David, she's your crush, hey? Yes, of course. It's Korea's crush. Everyone loves her. Faker all the way. I need the carry. I think people wouldn't be angry. It's just so funny. I only know Faker from BTS Run as well too. Of course, like BTS members love Faker because they play LOL as well too. Samsung CEO. Yeah. Psy, like, I think he's on the. I don't know. I don't think people think of him as like a goat. Obviously he kind of like opened the doors with Gangnam Style and it was a huge hit. But weirdly enough, whenever we talk about the goat Avengers, Psy doesn't really make it there. We always talk about I think it's because of BTS. Because BTS has just positioned themselves in the K-pop sector, the music sector Hall of Fame. So it's BTS, gaming Faker, and then economic Samsung, and sports Son Heung-min, and then who else? Film Bong Joon-ho. Because of that, I feel like Psy is always getting left out. Yeah. What about IU? IU is strong. She's up there. I think she would be in like Karina tier. Yeah. She's like one tier ahead of above Karina because of her career and her acting and everything. Karina is just there because of her sheer beauty. Like she's just like, you know, we have a saying in Korea. Like, this is not me making me up. It's the saying that goes, Karina is God. You can see, it's self-explanatory, right? Karina는 신이다. It means Karina is God. So you can see what people think of her. Karina는 신이에요. Yeah. That's like Karina는 신이에요. Yeah, that's the saying. That's the saying. Karina is a goddess. Karina is God. Yep. You got a lot of like YouTube music videos. Okay, I'm gonna get copy strike, but this video's name is Karina is God. Oh. Oh. Oh, alright. Oh, alright. Now I understand why she's God. But, yeah. Faker got a military exemption. Yes, he did. He did. And also, he's very admirable because China actually offered him like a blank check. They offered him a blank check to recruit him to their own team, but Faker declined. And he went with his own team, his Korean team, just for the honor and also his loyalty. So, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Karina is what Susie is to Miss A. Yeah, it's like, you know, Wonyoung to Ive. Yeah, but I would say that the aespa members, you can't really compare it with Miss A that much because, no offense, but I can't really even remember who the other Miss A members were. Because like Susie basically like outshined every one of them, and the other members didn't have that much of a presence. I can't really remember their names. I think it was Chia, Faye, and one more member. But like aespa, each member is pretty strong. Everybody knows them. Winter, Giselle, Ning Ning, everyone's pretty strong. So David gets hypnotized by Karina every time. No, guys. I'm it's not just me. I did a reaction to Whole Different Animal today with Danny, and it was pretty dope. You guys should check it out. Yeah, Whole Different Animal. Different Animal with GD. Yeah. It's a very trippy music video. I like it. Yeah, I can't show you because of copyright, but like you guys should go check it out. Whole Different Animal. I'll just show you my favorite scene. Oh, this is yeah, let's go to YouTube. WDA. I'll just show you my favorite scene. This is my favorite scene where GD turns into a horse and he starts rapping as a horse. Oh, shit's so trippy, you know? I like these like Queen references going on over here. Yeah, this part. Oh, okay. And the green screen's like going crazy. Oh. 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 This shit's so crazy. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to get copy striked, but Whole Different Animal. Yes. So GD's getting a lot of shit for that. And I feel bad for him. There's some controversy going on, but like that's another topic. Yeah. Yeah, but go check that out. But okay, let's go on into the serious topics now that we had a little fun, okay? And oh, thank you so much to Harry for the $5 on PayPal. Thank you so much. Yes. And oh, why am I frozen? Okay, sorry about that. I'll shout out that again. Harry, thank you so much for the $5 on PayPal. Yes. Thank you, thank you. I'm really hooked with the Eyelid song though. The Who's your bias? I'm your bias. Who's your bias? I'm your bias. Dun 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 dun. That song's really good with the 6/7. 6/7. That song has been on repeat for the last week and I can't get it off my head. I think that is total brain rot and that is totally like Gen Z, but it's so good. I think there's a new techno boom in K-pop right now. Techno is where it's at. But yeah, like at first it was kind of annoying, but the more and more I see videos of Eyelids, it's me, it's so good. And it's become so viral here. Like people have been making their own versions of it. Okay, one last watch and then we can go on. I love the Taekwondo outfits as well too. I like this performance version. It's so good. Oh. Bum. Bum bum bum. Yeah, I'll just play this much so I don't want to get copyright striked again. But yeah, like the chorus part over here. Oh, it's so good.
It's me.
Oh, me. It is so brain rot, but it's so good. Oh, just say I'm your fave. Wow, it's so good. It's so good. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah. It's Me is noise. No offense, that song is disgusting. That's what I thought too. But like, it's so good now. You gotta try it out with actual earphones and the bass and the beat hits hard. It sounds Indian, it sounds Chinese, it sounds K-pop, it sounds techno. Yeah, it's really good. I'm telling you, this is probably gonna get like a lot of awards. It's neck on neck with Cortez's Red, I think, Green. Yeah, but like the amount of people that are doing parodies of this is crazy. Whoa, what the heck is this? Whoa. Wow, that's impressive. What? So this guy, Boom, you know Boom? He's the comedian. He made his own, like, lyrics, and it got very, very viral.
It's me.
So that 안 나오면 쳐 들어간다, that's like a very old Korean song. And he was kind of like making fun of the song, how it resembles the original. Yeah, I can't even find the original song. It's such an old song. I can't even find the original song, but wow.
It's me.
All right. Okay, Daddy. Oh, all right. Oh, he's pretty good. Oh, okay, I like this dude. He got good vibes. But yeah, that version became super popular. And everybody's just now hypnotized with those lyrics. So people are like, oh, I can't get it off my head. Boom's version. And I think Boom kind of excelled it to another level with that version. And they did a collab finally together. They did an official collab. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. So interesting thing about Islet is their songs are pretty good and they start going viral, but they get hijacked by other male comedians singing the songs in weird ways, like this one. Like it's supposed to be like who's your bias? I'm your bias, and it's a dance medley, and then he just inserted his own version of like no, I'm in and then he hijacked this song. But like for Islet's other song, like Magnetic, that got hijacked by another comedian called Marwang. And if nowadays Islet is doing the university festivals, they're doing tours and university festivals, and their Magnetic song, every time it comes out, the crowd doesn't sing it in the original version, they sing it in the hijacked version, which is crazy. So yeah, this is the hijacked version.
이게 늦게까지 저도 방송을 하면 안 되는 게 저도 이제 새벽까지 불러야겠어요.
No, no, no.
제 어떡하라고? 아일리시 들어왔어. 저
No, this is not the original version.
근데 어쩌다가 매그네틱에 빠지게 된 거예요? 아일릿은 바람이라고요. 외출하려고.
I can't find the original, but yeah, that went super viral, and everybody's just singing it in that version now. 아일릿 축제 매그네릭. I think is this one maybe most recent one, yeah. Nah. Yeah, I can't find it, but anyways, you get the point, right? Yeah. Cordis is so cool and different. Love their sound and choreography. Cordis is doing great too. Yeah, I kind of like Green Green better than the new, what do you call it? The TXT song. It's just my personal taste. But yeah. Oh yeah, you can hear the chant and it's in different notes. But yes, Marwang is Mexi. I saw him on Jesse's show interview show and it was great. Yeah, he's a funny dude. He's very funny. David saying daddy was not on my bingo card. I like that guy that I saw right now. The Ajashi, and I like the weather forecaster guy. You know that guy? He's really good too. Who is that weather forecaster guy? Weather forecaster K-pop. You know who that guy is? Who covers K-pop? Oh yeah, it's this guy. But I don't know his like handle. What is his? Oh, there you go. You know this guy? Nick Koser? He's the dancing weatherman. He covers K-pop a lot. And yeah, I think he did even like, you know, collabs with Cortis. And he's pretty good. You should check him out. Nick Koser. Cortis. I think he did the green thing with, yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I think he did red, green. I keep on forgetting if it's green or red. It's green, right? Yeah, is he actually a weatherman now? I think he would probably just... I think this is the chorus one, yeah. Is it red or green? he's pretty good. Yeah, he does a lot of stuff.
It's time to breathe.
What? Like, you know, I don't even know what's going on anymore nowadays. Yeah, I don't, I really don't know what's going on nowadays with the internet. Um, yeah. What's this? Yeah, it's so hard to become a viral influencer content creator nowadays. Yeah, the barrier is very high. He's great, yes. I've been following him since before he moved to New York. Really? Wow. Red, Red is the song. Green, Green is the album. Yeah, I get so confused every time I say green, green. I also hear red, red too. So like it's like in my head, like is it green, green or red, red? But I guess that's the point of brain rot, you know. He's always been a weatherman. I was offline for just 12 days and feel lost. Believe me, I'm always on the internet and I always feel lost, so it's not just you. Okay? Yeah. The Dancing Weatherman is good. Yes. Geopolitics time. Okay, before we go on to geopolitics, you remember I told you about the Korean god, right? Well, one of the Korean gods are in trouble right now because if you've tuned into my past live stream from last week, you know what's going on at the moment right now. I did say it's a slow news week, but it's because primarily the news is all clogged up because of this one issue at the moment. So just to give you a quick recap, Samsung is facing their first full-scale strike in years. And it's a huge, huge agenda that's just gobbling up the whole country right now. Everyone's just debating about this, angry about this, furious, and they're like, you know, everyone's fighting over this. And yeah, I won't go into the details, but the government is also intervening and they say they may use emergency arbitration powers if Samsung strike occurs. So, just to put it in a nutshell again, basically, Korea's earning a shit ton of money. We've never earned this much money in the entirety of our history because of the AI boom right now. All the AI companies in the world need Samsung and SK Hynix chips. That's why these two companies are making shit loads of money, 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 money. It's like overflowing with money. And the problem is SK Hynix agreed to give 10% of their earnings profit to all their employees as bonuses, whereas Samsung, they said, oh, we don't have that in our system. That's not in our compensation rule book. So we might give you a one-off bonus, but we cannot agree to a certain percentage and also making that a regular procedure. We can't write that down in our rule book, right? So we cannot agree on that. So the workers are, and the Samsung workers were like, oh, SK Hynix is getting this good treatment. Why are we getting neglected? We want more as well, too. We want, in their point of view, we want what we deserve, right? If the company's earning this much, we deserve to at least get 10% of it. So the Samsung labor union has claimed that they'll go on a full-on strike if Samsung does not meet their terms of the 15% being systemized and actually engraved in their rule book. And the Samsung company side, the management and HR or whatever, they said that's non-negotiable. We cannot change our company policies just because we had a great earning year. The AI cycle might, be short-lived. We can't promise every single year a 10% or 15% bonus, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, they're going on full-on strike right now. But the big catch is because of the nature of semiconductor factories, if you halt the factories for just a few days, apparently the parts or the wafers, they become unusable and you have to discard them, and it's a massive loss. And apparently if you calculate the losses times the number of days that the labor union is claiming that they will go on full strike, it adds up to like, I don't even know anymore, like a gazillion dollars or something, billions of dollars, like quite literally. So apparently Samsung's exports are like 25% of all Koreans' exports. They hold up a massive economy here. A lot of subsidiary companies are relying on Samsung's business. A lot of local companies are relying on Samsung's business. Companies like Nvidia, Microsoft, whatever, all these big tech companies all rely on Samsung. So if these employees from Samsung go on full strike, the whole world gets affected, and you might see rising prices in certain electronics. Tesla is affected as well too, because they use Samsung chips too. So anyways, everyone's affected. So not only Korea, but everyone's on the edge. The president, no, the government has come out and said that if this full strike goes on through, it's not only going to just affect our local economy, it's going to affect the financial markets. It's going to make a huge butterfly effect into NASDAQ as well. All the tech stocks are going to plummet down, and yeah, you guys are probably going to be the public enemy of the whole world, and the results are going to be very bad. And this has been going on for like a couple weeks now. The labor union, they have been meeting with the management of Samsung for a couple times, and they haven't met any agreements. The labor union is very strong. They're like, if you don't systemize this, if you don't back off on your one-off bonus deal, we are not negotiating anything. You bring us a systemized, written down agreement that you will secure us more than 10 to 15% of a bonus every single year from now on. This is the time to strike, and we're not backing off. So yeah, the agreements have not been going through because like they cannot close down their disparity. So yeah, the ultimatum, the deadline has come now. So tomorrow was the ultimatum from the labor union. They've actually declared that they will go on strike starting from tomorrow if, you know, the company does not bring what they want. So it's been going on for a long time, and what it went down to is even this Korean goat over here. I showed you the Samsung chairman Lee Jae-yong. He's usually a very happy guy with a little smile on his face, but he came out to the national public and he actually folded his what do you call it? Hori. What's hori in English? Anyways, he bowed down to the public. So yeah, this is him just yesterday, and he prepared like a letter over here, and it's pretty much a historic moment because chaebol families and leaders rarely do these kind of things. So I'll show you.
불안과 심려를 끼쳐드린 점 전 세계 고객분들께 진심으로 사과드립니다. 그리고 항상 저희 삼성을 응원해 주시고 사랑해 주시고 또 책찍질해 주시는 우리 국민 여러분께 머리 숙여 사죄드립니다. 노동조합 여러분, 삼성 가족 여러분, 우리는 한 몸, 한 가족입니다. 지금은 지혜롭게 힘을 모아 한 방향으로 나아가야 할 때입니다. 매서운 비바람은 제가 맞고 다 제 탓으로 돌리겠습니다. 우리 한번 삼성인임을 자부할 수 있게 최선을 다해봅시다. 끝으로 저희 문제 해결을 위해 애써주고 계시는 정부와 관계자 여러분께 고맙다는 말씀드립니다. 걱정을 끼쳐드려 죄송하다는 말씀 고객 여러분들과 국민 여러분들께 다시 한번 머리 숙여 올립니다.
Okay, so basically he apologized to the whole country and to the government officials and the labor union. And it's a very symbolic move, obviously. I mean, what does his bow mean to the labor union, the people themselves? But the fact that a Chaebol leader actually came out to the public and did like a little press conference over here and actually bowed down and apologized means a very big thing in Korea. It's a matter of pride. It's a matter of sincereness. And it's not going. I don't think this is going to change the tides that much. It's definitely a big gesture, and obviously, I mean, the management and the company itself is going to appeal that even the chairman himself came out and bowed down. But what other meaning does that have other than the significance of it itself? So I really don't know, but I think this was a calculated move from Samsung because, as I told you in context, that this guy is beloved by the whole nation. The fact that he has to now apologize for the labor union and the whole buzz, creating a potential negative ripple effect in the whole economy in the whole country and making this whole, controversy. The fact that he had to apologize and him bowing down is it was already one-sided already. It was very lopsided, but he won so many more hearts from the public. The public was already on Samsung's side, but the public is now like furious. They're like, "Oh, we need to find a way to like punish these MFs. We need to like find a way to change the law and like be able to fire all these people." And they're like, never kneel down to this labor union, or else it's going to make a precedent, and every other labor union in the future is going to follow their path. And if Samsung, the #1 company, allows some wiggle room, a loophole there for like these workers to fulfill their own greed as the people see it, yeah, that's going to be very bad for the economy of Korea in the future. So like we're even in talks about fixing labor laws right now. So we have to obviously look at both sides, okay? Like, but obviously the public is like the majority and the voices. They don't really know the ins and outs and the details about the negotiations or whether the employees actually got neglected or mistreated and whatnot. But the overall sentiment is that Samsung employees get paid the most within the 9 to 5 employee tier within Korea. Their salaries are already super high. So the fact that they are doing a full-on strike, sabotaging the country's economy and its profits when it's riding an all-time high right now, whether it's the stock market or it's the semiconductor industry or our race in the AI race against China, blah, 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 blah. People are saying, like, you already get paid that much, you get great treatment. This is not a strike for your own survival, unlike a lot of different strikes in the past, in the 90s, the 70s, and the 80s. Back then, workers were actually getting mistreated. They weren't getting paid. They were getting fired, blah, 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 blah. So it was about survival. But now it's about your bonuses. It's about your greed. And you are sabotaging the whole country and its industry right now. So people are furious. And this the chairman coming out and actually bowing down, it actually put more fuel to the fire because like, oh, how dare you make this guy bow down when he did nothing wrong, when he actually, like accelerated this country and the industry to where it is at the moment. So that's the sentiment. And right now, what's happening is that the Prime Minister came out just today and said Samsung Electronics must not insist on strike. We will explore all means, including emergency mediation. And yeah, he welcomed the resumption of the labor management negotiations, earnestly asked for common ground to be found. So this is the Prime Minister over here. So it's like a national level negotiation that's going on. He just did this emergency brief like 1 hour ago. Everybody's taking it super seriously. People, and I told you about the context right now. Like, I think everybody in Korea, if they have any kind of experience in investing, they've already bought a Samsung stock, at least one stock before. And a lot of people own Samsung stocks right now because it's went up like how much percent? Like 400% or something. So like everyone's is super invested in it. The shareholders, like the individual shareholders, are saying that they are, consolidating and stacking up their own individual shares, and they're making a class action lawsuit angle at the moment towards the labor union. The government mentioning the emergency mediation means they're looking in the law books saying that if this is if like a labor strike or something deters national interest, or in the manner of national security or something, they can actually make an emergency mediation which nullifies the strike for 30 days max, or they can actually like try to pull the plug in other manners. So the government is basically saying, go back to the table, talk with your company. You do not have the freedom to refuse talking, and do not go on strike, or else we'll have to intervene and use legal manners to take care of this issue. So it's getting very, very escalated, and the labor force and the labor union is like, okay, well, right now, as of now, they've agreed to go back to the table, but they had some conditions of like changing who's the negotiation head, and as if you do not bring a revised version of your old proposal towards us, which lacked the essence of having a systemized bonus system, which is based on percentage of yearly earnings, then we will refuse to continue with the negotiations, and we'll go on full strike. So it's very, very escalated right now. It's very, very tense. The whole country is just talking about this. That's why it's a slow news week. K-pop, nothing else matters. Everybody's eyes are on this. I would, say like my mom, my dad, my grandma, me, everyone that's invested in Samsung, the government, politicians. Yeah, I mean, Korea is called the Republic of Samsung for a reason, right? So, yep. I don't know how the outcome will be. I think Samsung will actually listen to the labor union. That's my angle, because like, if they just, the thing is, a lot of people, like the public that don't know really that much about the details here, they're just saying like, why not you just fire all of them? The thing is, the amount of people that are going on strike is currently at like 50,000 or something in the semiconductor sector. So if all those 50,000 workers get laid off, first of all, you can't just replace them because they're highly trained personnel. You can't just really get like a random stranger on the street. And because of the fact that he wants to go into Samsung, you can't just do that, because like they need to be trained, and they need to have like experience and education in the semiconductor and engineering space. So that's a no-no. So there's no convenient way out of this. And that's what people don't understand. A lot of people are also saying like stuff like, "Oh, are the workers going to, sacrifice their salary when the company's earnings are not good then, when they're in deficit?" But then that doesn't stand because what the workers are arguing for, what the workers are working for is uh it's about bonuses. It's not about like basic salary. Salary is based on labor. So you do the labor whether the company is in deficit or not, you get paid a salary. And then if the company does extremely well, excessively well, and if you had a clause in your contract about bonuses, then you get paid. It's called like what was it in English? P something OR whatever. There was a word. Performance bonus, but yeah, there was like PS or P something. Yeah, PS's, profit sharing, incentives, whatever that is. So salary and bonuses, PS is different. So that's what another point that the public is mistaking right now. So yeah, like while I understand the public's resent towards the Samsung labor union, they're just seeing it as in a very simple manner as well too. They don't really understand the complexity of the issue, and I do think a big part of them is either concerned about their stock prices plummeting, either butthurt that they don't have that much bonuses in their lives, and these rich people are getting even richer and extremely big amount of bonuses, so they don't want them to get those bonuses. So it's that feeling of like, oh, I don't want to see them, get richer. And I think those are very big motivators for the public to like actually, invest themselves into this rage. But it's not as simple as they think. And yeah, I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but the deadline is tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a very, very turbulent day. We will have to see what these different parties deliver to the table, which cards they have. The government, Samsung, and the labor union. And whether the public is going to be able to actually intervene in this as well too, because like, yeah, the small owners, the small shareholders are actually preparing for legal battles as well too, as their right as shareholders. So yeah, that's basically what's going on. It's very complicated. It's a shit show, but hopefully something miraculously works out and this doesn't pop the AI bubble. A lot of people say that the bubble right now in the financial sector, along with AI, is equivalent to the subprime mortgage. Some people actually say that because there's no actual reality behind like these big tech companies investing in data centers and graphic cards and semiconductors and whatever and AI. They're just spending money. They're printing out bonds and whatever, and they're buying their own stuff. It's a cyclical economy, but if you actually kind of dissect it, it's like a bubble forming within a bubble and a bubble and a bubble. And once a company starts to like topple down and you rip it apart and you see that there's no earnings inside, then that's when it's going to all crumble down. But nobody expected this. A Samsung factory being shut down because of a labor union crisis, and then they don't get their chips, so they don't have the computing power to use to generate to manage the AI models anymore. They don't get any revenue, thus the AI bubble pops and the stock market plummets, and a lot of people lose their money, their life savings, and their lives to some extent, and it's going to be horrible. So yeah, you see how much is in jeopardy over here. Yes. Okay, too complicated and messy. Sounds like every place in the world is going through it. Temporary increases in income should be shared as bonuses, but overall growth should be shared as pay increase. Give 10% bonus and 5% salary increase. So the company has also proposed that we will give you this amount of money in stocks and shares as well. And a lot of people think this is a very good resolution because in that way, the company doesn't have to spend actual cash. They can give them the stocks. And also, these people holding the stocks, they know that the value is going to go up. So at the end, it's like win-win for both sides because the stock prices are going to keep on climbing. So people are like, oh, that's actually a very good idea. But that got rejected by the labor union as well, too. And then they were like, we don't give a shit about shares. We want cash. We want it now, and we want it to be systemized. We want it to be labeled and printed with ink, and we want it to be annual, not just a one-off thing. So those are the demands, and the company is like refusing it right now. Yeah. Okay, so in capitalism, there's always going to be rich and poor people. The opposite is communism, which I'm pretty sure is not what everyone wants to do. If the company is gaining, employees should get a piece of the pie, then rather the only higher ups the chaebol level. Yeah, government involvement isn't always good for workers. Look at the US, where some states like mine, unions have no power. It means some of the worst pay, but it's why companies like BMW and Honda are here. Yeah. Yeah. So, gonna play devil's advocate, but if the rich don't invest there, then there are gonna be no jobs created. So actually, this is, I don't like fully support that, but I get what it means because just observing the phenomenon on what's happening right now in Korea is that because of these complex labor issues, rising labor costs, and whatever, the most notorious labor union is Hyundai. And then we have now this Samsung issue. I think they've earned their spot up there as the most notorious labor union now. So because of these people, and also because of the tariffs, these companies are building their factories overseas in the US or in Southeast Asia. So the local folks over here are in the long run going to lose their jobs the harder they protest and they want more money or incentives or blah 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 blah. So whether this is good or not, I guess like the people that are requesting it now and getting their compensations now, it's good for them, but for the future generation and the future economy of Korea and the job market over here, it's going to be detrimental because these companies will no longer want to operate in these kind of environments where everything is jeopardized by a strike or requests or like raises or bonuses and such. So yeah, it's very hard to balance. That's why I heard, I'm not trying to get political or something. I just watched a simple reel, so it might not be based on facts. But I heard from the CEO of JP Morgan, was it Jamie Dimon? Correct me if I'm wrong. He was talking about a similar thing today where New York has jacked up their taxes too high and the living costs and whatever, like the taxes the people have to pay and the companies have to pay have become absurdly high that all these companies are fleeing from New York and going to, I don't know, Texas or Miami or Nevada, where the states give them, preferable tax rates. So all these companies that had jobs and sustained the local economy have now migrated out, but the tax rates and the living costs and the rent is not falling down. So it's creating a problem for the actual middle class and the lower class. So these what do you call it? These policies initially to tax these big companies and tax the people were for the benefit for the middle class. You know, you tax the ultra rich and then you distribute that as welfare to the or like other subsidiaries to the middle class and infrastructure. But in the long term, you see the statistics and the phenomenon of like these companies actually moving out, the rich moving out into other cities. Now what we're left is there's no productivity here, there's no surplus here, there's no jobs here, and then there's only jacked up prices. So what we're left is like we're just eating each other. So I don't know if that's completely right. Obviously, it's a biased viewpoint from a very rich man from JP Morgan. So yeah, who to stand by? But it's always been like this endless cycle against like hyper capitalism versus communism slash socialism in the middle. Who's right or wrong, and it corrects in the middle. But I think, you know, the Samsung case over here is a prime example of that as well. Samsung and Hyundai is already preparing for the exodus in Korea, and they're getting ready for robotics. Hyundai has already announced that they will implement robots in their factories by 2030 something. I've heard similar things about France as well too, because the labor unions and the requests from the French employees and workforce is just too strong. The French economy has actually, like, companies have collapsed, especially the car industry. There was an essay about that. The French had very nice car companies like Renault and Peugeot and everything, but apparently they've kind of dwindled down because they can't pay their employees anymore and they can't stay competing with the other cars, the cheap Chinese cars like BYD or Hyundai or other cars. And they failed in transitioning to electric. So yeah, I don't know which side to play on, but it's just interesting to see both viewpoints. I get what they're both saying. That's why I think we're going towards a reset right now, because this is all meeting at the tipping point, at the boiling point. So that's going to be related to the next topic I'm about to talk about. It's 2 hours, so I should skim through this very fast. Yeah. So, yep, I read a similar story about New York. Yeah, it's a great city. But apparently there's a little problem going on over there. Sadly, the middle class is a myth nowadays. Yeah. So, anyways, okay. Samsung is that's the issue. Now going on to the geopolitical thing. Look, I've already told you guys so much about this, and a lot of people said it was BS. But here we go. We actually have actual evidence coming out from the leader of the free world, DJT. He actually said, President Xi asked me, will the US defend Taiwan if attacked? So you know they had the summit, right? They had the meeting in Beijing just yesterday. President Trump and President Xi met together, and President Trump went along with the big tech CEOs like Jensen Huang and Elon Musk. And who was the other guy? I forgot. My mind is glitching right now. There was another guy. Yeah, Tim Cook from Apple. How did Tim Cook become an other guy? Well, he's retiring soon. So he went with them, and it was like showmanship to President Xi. Like, we brought the best people of our nation, and you know this. It means like we want to work with you, and we want to like cooperate. Blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, President Xi was very very strict about the matter of Taiwan and the One China policy. So everyone knows that there's been escalating tension in the waters of Taiwan and China. There has been a lot of intel, and leading up to China soon invading and starting a war towards Taiwan. So I'm not going to get into the beliefs on whether who's right or wrong, because it's not my say. Taiwan or China. They have their own perspectives. I personally lean on to a certain side, but I will not say because I don't want to get assassinated or anything. But yes, yeah. So the important thing is President Xi actually directly said like there will be very bad results, consequences if the US is to intervene with policies regarding Taiwan. So he said, like, oh yeah, like whatever you're saying about the chips, about the tariffs, about like our economic cooperation and us being good partners, blah, 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 blah. That's all good. That's all wonderful. But, that big but, our red line is Taiwan. You do not interfere here. If you cross that, everything else, it doesn't mean anything. So he was very strict about that. There were actually a lot of reports about this. Apparently, it was stated by himself, President Xi himself, during the closed meeting. And yeah, President Trump actually commented about it as well too. But he was being very ambiguous about it, about like exporting and providing weapons and weapons to Taiwan. So I don't know. I think my sense is that the US might not actually protect Taiwan anymore because they're in way too much shit. They can't handle all these problems at once. Like they still got Iran going on, and they have their own internal stuff. Their national debt is crazy. So yeah. But if it were to happen, I don't know. Like I think President Trump and his Department of War, not defense, Department of War, we all saw it coming a mile away with the changing of the name of the department to a Department of War. But yeah, there's a lot going. I think they're calculating their options on their strategies or scenarios, plan A to Z, on what they'll do if China actually acts in that manner, if they invade soon. But yeah, it seems like it's a very, very plausible thing that will happen very soon. Just coming out at the U.S. Chinese summit from the leader himself. And what's more concerning is, okay, like, of course, Taiwanese people might be very alarmed and alerted at the moment, but also Koreans are shuddering in fear as well, too, because they're seeing Trump's stance, and they're like, oh, this guy's actually not really giving us any kind of not giving any strong, secure statements about the U.S.'s stance about their allies over here. Like Taiwan is an ally too, and yeah. So what's happening over here? It's very unsure. And then on the same day that President Xi talked about Taiwan, there was like a, what do you call it? There was, yeah, a forum. Yeah, a forum. That's the word I was looking for. A forum held in Hawaii where all the US military leaders joined. And you see over here, these people are the top ranks of the Asia Pacific, military leaders of the US. He's the commander of the Korean US forces. And also this guy is also the commander as well too of the US forces. And what they said is that the Korean Peninsula is going to be redesigned as a new base for containing China. Joe Hilbert, commander of the U.S. 8th Army in Korea, who participated as a panelist, emphasized that the Korean Peninsula is situated within the first island chain. The first island chain is a line connecting Taiwan, Okinawa, and the Philippines, and it is considered a natural barrier blocking China's maritime expansion, and Taiwan, to which Xi Jinping reacted most sensitively, lies right in the middle of this line. And he said, "We have positioned advantage on the Korean Peninsula. We are the only U.S. Army force on the Asian continent. We are within the first island chain. And using U.S. forces, Korea solely for defense against North Korea was described as a tragic waste." He went on saying, "If the 19th Combat Support Command relies solely on supporting the U.S. 8th Army on the Korean Peninsula, it amounts to a tragic waste of resources available to the entire Indo-Pacific Joint Force." He firmly established Korea as a regional logistics hub. And Xavier Brunson, commander of U.S. Forces Korea, said, "Logistical support is not the tail. It is the teeth. It is the core teeth of our deterrence." So basically what they're saying is Korea is the supply factory. It's not the tail. It's a very crucial part, and it should be proactively participating in not only just defense, but some other potential scenarios as well too. So if you kind of like bottom line it, they're saying Korea is going to be the base if there is war in the Indo-Pacific Asian region against China, deterring its invasion against Taiwan. And you know what happens when war occurs. There is, of course, like face-to-face combat, but they also shoot missiles and try to cut the tail or cut the supplies or bomb the factories. Right? And the stance that these US commanders are having is saying like, "Oh, it's a tragic waste to have the Korean bases just as a defense or a deterrent." So I think all the cards are out now. You know, this is not just coming from a random panelist from a think tank. These are actual US commanders that are the chief of the US bases in Korea. And then these messages came out right on the day when President Xi Jinping issued the Taiwan warning. So if you know just a little about politics, you'll know that these are not spontaneous remarks. These are all calculated and synchronized statements. You cannot say this by yourself without the approval of the White House. And the fact that these statements from President Xi about Taiwan and the commanders of the Asia Pacific region about Korea and Taiwan, defending Taiwan and whatever about war, coming out at the same day is not a coincidence. Thus, it didn't come out from President Trump's mouth because, like, he obviously can't say it in the face of President Xi, but it came out from a U.S. commander. So yeah, you digest what you want to, you interpret what you want to see from this. So a lot of people are very worried and very concerned, and this was the scenario I've been talking about for the past months, saying like, "Oh, yeah, it's either us or Taiwan. It's coming. WW3. We see the whole economy getting fucked all over the world. Late stage capitalism. Inflation's going crazy. The wealth gap is widening. Rich people are migrating. They're fleeing. There's national debt piling. The U.S. dollar is falling. China is excelling in its AI and robot race." And Xi Jinping actually used this one term during his summit with President Trump, saying it was like this one term. I don't remember what it is, but it's from a mythology. He actually used this word. I don't remember it, but if you look at the dialogue, he said towards President Trump, saying, "We do not want to clash as the rising superpower with the current superpower," which happens in history, like because the current superpower misunderstands the rising superpower as a threat towards them, and that triggers a war. And President Xi Jinping literally said in the face of Trump, saying that we do not want that scenario happening. But that means potentially he is eyeing like the worst case scenario as well too. The fact that he's actually mentioning it is very scary. So yeah, the geopolitical axis over here is shifting very fast. Um just one small move from China or whoever, one key player is going to trigger a very big chain reaction, I would say, and it's going to lead to a global reset. And I've told you guys, like, of course, war everywhere is very tragic and it is not to be undermined in any other matter. But if you were to compare the what do you call it? Uh the gravity of a war occurring in the Asian region, especially with players like Japan, China, Korea, North Korea, Taiwan, and the Southeast Asian region as well too, and India, and then we have neighbors in Russia, and then the US. That is a different scale. That is going to be a different scale, and it's going to be, you know, probably World War III level scale. So again, it's very scary times, especially with very uncertain leadership, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, the word was this. A big word that a lot didn't understand exactly. The Thus, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Thucydides trap. Yeah. Anyways. Yep. So I don't know. They would rather the Taiwanese government hand themselves over to China. Yeah, I think that's a strong possibility. Yeah, Elon Musk was just there chilling, taking Instagram stories and having fun with his kid. Yep. But all of this is just crazy right now. Yeah, I'll take a look at that one. I'm very pretty interested in these kind of matters. But yeah, even if I'm not interested, as people living in this peninsula, we get fed by all these different kind of YouTube videos by geopolitical experts, professors, panelists, whoever that always analyze what's going on over here, and they've been warning everybody in Asia that it's coming soon, and the signals have been flashing one by one. So I don't think it's far away. It's not going to be like in 10 years or anything. So, yeah. There are a lot of people analyzing, the midterms in the US and the next presidential election where then the approval rates or whatever. Apparently, the approval rates of Trump are falling right now with the Iranian war. And that is very scary because every time something like that happens, there's a very convenient solution. Yeah, just sending the hate and eyeballs towards a common enemy or target. Yeah, and just resetting everything. Yeah, just the fact that the Department of Defense turned into Department of War, it should say a lot. But yeah. Not before my trip to Korea, thanks. Okay, so I might need to move my headquarters. I might need to move out of Korea, at least in the next 10 years. I don't know. Yeah, I might have to move to Busan. So hopefully nothing bad happens. Hopefully we can find peace through music and connection and culture all together. But sadly, that's not how the word works. World works. What are the estimated time frames you're hearing there? Nobody's actually, putting out exact times, but they're using words like imminent, close, on the edge, stuff like that. Yeah, I can feel it definitely coming closer and closer. Dubai was supposed to be the safe haven. Apparently, Dubai struck back to Iran when they got attacked, and it got revealed recently. Nowhere is safe. I think where would be safe? If you were a person that had a choice to get away from the world war, where would you go to? And I saw this news because like everyone's afraid of war now. Like European Union, the European Union is arming up. Their defense costs and expenses have all collectively gone up, and Germany is now making mandatory conscription legal again. So they're actually going to conscript new soldiers under 20 something, I've heard. And the youth is rebelling against it, protesting against it. So we're seeing signs of war all around the world. People preparing for it at least. Where would you go? New Zealand. Oh, that's a good pick. Africa. Switzerland. Thailand or Bali. North Pole and play with Rudolph. Jeju? I want to be off grid. New Zealand. Yeah, I think New Zealand. New Zealand would be a pretty nice pick. Yeah. Singapore is probably a safe bet. Yeah, that's what I thought as well too. Don't forget World War II spread into Africa. Many forget that. Yeah, I don't think anywhere is safe at this point. It's all over when one person presses the red button. If just a single person presses that red button on their desk, it's all over. It's game over. It could be the Rocket Man up there, or it could be someone in the Oval Office. It could be someone in Beijing. It could be someone in the Kremlin. It could be someone in India. It could be someone in potentially it was someone in Iran. That's what the U.S. is stating. But if any of those players press that button, it's game over. Yeah. It's gonna be the end of humanity. Yeah, it doesn't matter wherever you are at. The radiation and the clouds and the temperature and the climate is all going to change. Yeah. So, moral of the story, you only live one life. Life is short. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. So enjoy your life to the fullest. Cherish every day. Yeah. Every day I wake up nowadays And I'm grateful that I'm living in a safe country. I'm healthy. I can feed myself. And yeah. David's bunker is the safest bet. I have no bunker. When war occurs, I will have no choice but to get drafted and fight as a reserve. Yes, and guess who's building a bunker but calling it a ballroom? Oh, okay. A lot of gold. Okay, guys. So yeah, the live became a little longer than I expected, as usual. There's no safe place. Stay safe, everybody. I don't know what's happening to the world. There's either a pandemic or there's war or next, if we miraculously get over this war phase and everything de-escalates, then we'll have humanoid AI killing machines taking over big tech companies, overriding them, and thinking to themselves, we don't need human beings, they're flawed species. Let's just wipe them out. We can self-sustain ourselves with clean energy, save the planet. Yeah. Or they could use our life source and suck it out as and use it as their own fuel, like the Matrix. Or I don't know. Yep. Okay, guys. So that was it for today. As usual, some crazy stuff and a little bit of K-pop. I hope you enjoyed it. Today was a little bit less unscripted. Oh, now I need a nap. Yeah, I'm not seeing your chat anymore, but it says, okay. Yeah, people just talking. Yeah, but at least you can see BTS in a few days, right? So that's good. Thanks for tuning in today, guys, and make sure to go subscribe to KPC Clips. That's the new channel where I upload bite-sized clips of these long live streams where you don't have to sit through 2.5 hours. So I'll show you the site and just end the stream. It's this one over here, KPC Clips. Go over there and subscribe. They're all under 12, 8, 10, 11 minutes. Curated and edited per topic. Okay? And please do check out Patreon as well too. I send out weekly newsletters now, and also doing watch parties and exclusive podcasts. So yeah, please do check out Patreon at KPC with David Kim over here. I'll just put the the link in the chat for you guys. There you go. Check it out. If you can support me, that would be great. And yeah, thanks for the news. Stay safe and enjoy your evening. Bye-bye. Good night, good day, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna go take a nap and prepare for tomorrow, a new week, Monday. Oh, I wonder what's gonna happen with Samsung, but I'll update you guys. Fingers crossed. Good night. Bye-bye. Thanks everybody for supporting me on PayPal and Patreon and Super Chats. Bye.